Hey guys, it is Mike from Baltimore Rides here, Thursday, July 13th, 4:15 p.m. I am actually down at the airport. So I got into the city a little bit early today. I have an appointment tomorrow morning. I have to be somewhere, so I'm trying to get out of this city early tonight if I can. My next couple days are going to be crazy, so I'm trying to kind of maximize my dollars as best I can. So needless to say, I started work a little bit early. I left the house at 3 to get into the city by 4. There was a surge cloud over the city. My very first fare was a trip to the airport, which ended up being a nice fare, $18 with surge pricing totaled. So of course, being this nosy person I am, I said, well, let's go on up to the parking lot and see what the craziness is today. So much more mellow scene. There are parking spaces, although it's getting pretty crowded in here. I'm sitting at number 60 in the queue. I'm going to wait about 15 minutes. It's 4:19. I'm going to probably wait till about 4:40, and then I'm going to get my butt back to the city for surge, because there is rush hour surge or boost between 5 and 7. It's not a lot, but you know, rush hour is actually a good time of night to get some jobs. So we'll see how that goes. So that's where we stand. You know, it's just kind of a waiting game at this point. Make the best of it, and this airport thing will probably get resolved. There's supposedly a secondary lot that they're going to open up that's connected to this one so that it'll just be longer. It has not happened yet. No new memos from Uber. Of course, the messages I sent yesterday were answered with their standard generic cut and paste responses, which are absolutely useless. I love Uber to death. Their customer service team, it seems like the only thing they know how to do is cut and paste pre-processed answers that really are not at all specific. So, you know, that's one of my frustrations with Uber support. They're very timely with some things, and then with other things, your answer can take 24 hours. So just, it is what it is. So that's where we stand, guys. I just posted the video. Well, I just spliced together the 3 clips for yesterday's video. So you'll get to kind of see my frustrations there. Ended the night at $150 with about $20 in tips. I already have $5 in tips just from my very first fare. So, you know, being personable, talking, having great conversations, you know, that's what driving customer service and 5-star is all about. I got another 5-star compliment tonight, that just loaded. A lady yesterday that I picked up with 15 minutes to spare, all the way down in Harbor East, had to get to Penn Station to get on a train. And we kind of made a game of it, but we did a little cannonball run, and we got there as quick as we could without breaking the rules. And she made it with 5 minutes to spare, and she posted a great compliment about that. So I love to see that kind of stuff, because it means that my customers are connected with me on a one-on-one basis and appreciate me for what I do for them. So, you know, that's what this is about, guys. I'm up to 4.88 for my overall star rating, shooting for 5. You know, if I can climb a 1/10 of a point, you know, like every week or 2 weeks, then I'll be there, and it'll just be a matter of math. You know, it just takes time. So that's what you guys do. It is 3:40. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to do a couple more little small videos, and then we will we'll let you know how I finish the night. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, it is Mike from Baltimore Rides here, Thursday, July 13th. Just checking in with you guys. It's about 9:15 p.m. Wanted to give you guys the quirky story that has been my night tonight. So like I told you, my first ride took me down to the airport, and then I puttered around a little bit, picked up a couple rides after I left the airport, and then my either 3rd or 4th ride took me all the way to Potomac, Maryland, which is just outside of DC. Hour and 20-minute ride, roughly $50 fare. So I said to myself, okay, well, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Let me leave my app on and navigate my way back to Baltimore through the city, through Baltimore, or through Washington, instead of just taking 495, 270, and then getting back on the highway. So I drove through DC, picked up about 3 or 4 fares. I'm now at $100 at 9:15, which is unusual to say the least. I would normally be at about 60-ish at this time, 50 to 60 depending upon it's a weeknight. But obviously that one big fare all the way to Potomac kind of juiced my ride, and then I got the surge ride to the airport. So a couple big fares tonight. I am heading up 95 North now. I am gonna zip through the airport and just see what the parking lot situation is like and how quickly the queue is moving. And then I'm heading back to Baltimore, because if it's 9:15 and I've got $100 in already, I should be able to do $200 tonight. That's my new expectation. So we will see. I just wanted to keep you guys posted. Kind of, better to be lucky than skilled sometimes is the way I look at it. You don't always know what fares are going to come your way. And that's why, honestly, you don't ever refuse a fare, because you just don't know who's going to get in your car and say, I need to go an hour plus away, and you're going to make $50 in an hour ride. And let's be honest, an hour, $50 an hour, that's a pretty decent fare. So that's a pretty decent hourly wage. I'll take that. Did I lose some time puttering around DC? Sure, but the average fare in DC was $6. So, whereas the average fare in Baltimore is about $3.75 to $4. So, I could have probably spent the night there. I don't feel as confident driving in DC. I'm not going to lie. I don't know the neighborhoods as well. I don't know the streets as well. Whereas Baltimore, I feel very confident getting from point A to point B. Sometimes even without the navigation system to help me. So, confidence is part of this, because if I'm down in DC and I'm getting lost, or I'm looking, befuddled, it's not going to be a good ride. It's not going to be a good rating. And that's the last thing I need when my goal is to be 5-star. So I will talk to you guys later, but just wanted to touch base. Hey guys, it is Mike from Baltimore Rides here. Early Friday morning, about 2 a.m., but this is my wrap-up video for Thursday the 13th of July, and I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in on how the night ended. Finished the night about 165 with like $17 in tips, so kind of a soft night in tipping. The night started out great, gangbusters, a couple big fares, some long distance rides, but then I got back into the city about 10 p.m.-ish, and it was kind of a tame night in Baltimore yet again. So the two conventions that are in town, there's a fraternal organization and a sorority, are not partiers apparently, or they're not Uber passengers apparently. So I guess they're just walking and staying in the Inner Harbor. I don't really know. But the restaurants haven't really gotten a lot of lift out of them, and I definitely haven't. The bar scene was kind of tame tonight. Charles Street, Wayward Banditos was a ghost town at 1:45, so that tells you something right there. So, just another kind of mellow night in the city. If it hadn't been for those couple good early fares, would have been another tough night. But, like I always say, it's better to be lucky than skilled. And that's just sometimes how it happens. So I will splice these together for you guys and get them posted tonight. And I will probably be offline tomorrow. I have a meeting early in the morning that I don't know how I'm going to make it to, but I'm going to try. I'm going to be in agony. And then I have an arrangement I have to be at in the afternoon, so with a bunch of buddies. So, it's definitely important that you find quality time for the kids, you find quality time for your friends. You still have to be a person, otherwise you're going to run out of energy. And then when you try and give that 5-star customer service to your customer, you're going to come across like a brain-dead robot, because that's all you are left. So that's an important piece of customer service. If you don't have friends, if you don't have family, if you're not taking care of and spending time with the ones that you need to recharge your batteries, then you won't have the personality that you need to have. to really be 5-star level. You know, and it doesn't mean every ride is a great conversation. There's plenty of rides where you hardly speak 2 words to the person and they are okay with that because they don't really speak 2 words to you. You know, there's just no dialogue established. They kind of do their own thing in the back seat and I do my own thing in the front seat. And that's okay as long as there's kind of that established unspoken decorum. But it's up to you to be polite, be civil, greet them by name, introduce yourself by first name. You know, hi, how are you doing? How's your evening been? If you get the sniff of them being from out of town, how are you enjoying the city or the state? You know, you got to try and make small talk. And then, you know, after a couple attempts, if it doesn't bite, it doesn't bite. That's okay. Then you just be civil and you get them there on time. And that is 5-star service too, is, you know, getting them to their destination in one piece, on time, safely. So, you know, little of all of those above things gets you a 5-star rating. And, you know, that's my goal, is to be 5-star, not 4.88, 5.0. So, you know, you guys are going to watch it happen because it's happening a little bit at a time. But I'm going to sign off. I'm rambling, and I will be back with you guys Saturday. You guys all have a great night and have a great Friday.